The internet is buzzing with whispers, theories, and hidden clues about Hazbin Hotel Season 2, and some of them might completely flip the story upside down. From new character reveals to strange background details fans barely noticed, the sneak peeks we've gathered aren't just hype. They're hints about shocking twists waiting to unfold. If you thought Season 1 was wild, Season 2 is set to raise the stakes higher than hell itself. Season 1 of Hazbin Hotel left fans with more questions than answers, and that's exactly what makes the new sneak peeks so powerful. To understand why Season 2 is already shaping up to be groundbreaking, we need to look back at what the ending of Season 1 left hanging in the air. At its core, the first season introduced us to Charlie's dream of redeeming sinners in hell. Through her hotel, a dream that seemed impossible in a world driven by chaos, corruption, and power struggles. But as the story unfolded, we learned that redemption wasn't just a personal goal for Charlie. It could be a force that challenged the very rules of hell itself. Now, when Season 1 wrapped up, several key questions were left floating unanswered. Would Charlie's plan actually work, or was it destined to fail under the crushing weight of hell's traditions? What role would Alasta the radio demon really play in all this? Was he a silent ally, a manipulator, or something in between? And what about Angel Dust, Husk, and Nifty? Their arcs were only starting to show cracks of growth, but the question remains, how far can sinners really go when redemption isn't supposed to exist? The new sneak peeks for Season 2 seem to suggest that these questions won't just get answered. They'll explode into full-scale conflicts. Early visuals hint at darker tones, more intense battles, and new enemies ready to step into the spotlight. But before diving into those, it's important to understand the emotional foundation the creators built in Season 1, Hazbin Hotel. Didn't just tell a story of demons in hell, it told a story of hope fighting against tradition, of outcasts daring to dream bigger than the cages they were put in. And that's why the clues about Season 2 are already so exciting. Because if hope was the theme of the first season, Season 2 might test just how strong that hope really is. Another huge element at play is the world building. Hell isn't just a backdrop, it's a living, breathing system with politics, hierarchies, and hidden forces pulling the strings. In Season 1, we only scratched the surface of this structure. We saw the power of overlords we got a taste of their influence, but the real machinery of hell has yet to be revealed. The teasers for Season 2 seem to promise more depth, with small background hints that show towering buildings, new insignias, and designs that might represent unseen factions or powerful figures. Fans online have already pointed out strange patterns in promotional art-like symbols hidden in the corners or color schemes that seem to suggest new territories. These aren't random designs. They're carefully placed pieces of a puzzle the creators want us to notice. And this brings us to the biggest question: who truly holds power in hell? Is it the overlords we've already met, or is there a hidden layer of authority that hasn't been revealed yet? Season 2 seems ready to pull back the curtain, giving us glimpses of characters who could either join Charlie's cause or crush it before it takes root. That's why the sneak peeks matter so much. They don't just show pretty visuals. They're telling us that the balance of hell is about to shift, and no character will come out unchanged. One of the most exciting aspects of this setup is the emotional weight hanging over every character. Charlie's dream feels noble, but it also feels fragile. Alasta's intentions remain hidden in shadows, making fans question whether his help is genuine or part of a larger scheme. Angel Dust's growth feels inspiring, but at the same time, his connections to darker forces might drag him back down. Every single thread of the story feels like it's been wound tight, waiting to snap in Season 2, and the sneak peeks we've seen so far are like tiny cracks forming in that thread, warning us that things are about to break open. So, Section 1 is all about preparing the ground. The clues don't just tease flashy fights or new songs, they suggest a deeper story, one where hope will be tested, where loyalty will be questioned, and where the true rulers of hell might finally show their faces. Season 2 isn't just a continuation. It's the storm that Season 1 warned us was coming. And once it hits, nothing in Hazbin Hotel will ever look the same again. Asterisk if Season 1 gave us a colorful cast of demons to fall in love with, Season 2 is preparing to pull back the curtain and introduce players who could completely change the game. And the most exciting part? Some of these new characters have already been teased in ways most fans might not have noticed. The creators of Hazbin Hotel are clever. They don't just throw new faces at us, they hide them in shadows, in background details, in passing lines that seem harmless until you realize they were setting up something much bigger. Season 2 seems determined to expand Hell's population, and every new arrival comes with the potential to either fuel Charlie's dream or burn it to the ground. The first whispers of new characters come from subtle visual leaks and official teaser shots. In the backgrounds of concept art and promotional posters, fans have spotted figures who don't match anyone from Season 1, a tall, regal-looking demon with an intricate crown-like silhouette, a sly, masked figure dressed in sharp attire, blending aristocracy with menace, and even what looks like a new, younger character with wide eyes and uncertain energy, someone who doesn't seem to fit into Hell's world of predators and overlords. These aren't just filler extras. Hazbin Hotel has never wasted character design. Every unique face has a role to play, and these designs practically scream importance. One of the loudest theories among fans is that we might finally meet other overlords who haven't yet stepped into the spotlight. In Season 1, we were introduced to the terrifying power structure that controls Hell, but if you look closely at the teasers for Season 2, there are subtle clues suggesting a larger council or gathering of overlords. Imagine the drama of seeing multiple titans of power clash not just with Charlie's Hotel, but with each other. New overlords could bring with them entirely fresh rules of the game, rivalries, alliances, and schemes that could make Alasta's mysterious agenda look like child's play. Another possible new character is someone linked to heaven. Yes, you heard that right. The sneak peeks hint at a glowing, angelic figure that fans believe could represent a new connection to the world above. Season 1 focused heavily on the cycle of sin and redemption within Hell, but the question of heaven's involvement has always lingered in the background. If a new character from heaven appears in Season 2, it could create a direct clash of ideologies: Charlie's dream of redemption versus heaven's strict and unforgiving rules. Would this character be a friend, offering guidance and hope? Or would they act as a judge, shutting down Charlie's mission before it spreads too far? That tension could redefine the story in ways no one expects, and let's not forget about the smaller, more personal characters teased in Season 2. One of the sneak peeks shows what looks like a new demon bartender interacting with Husk, possibly tied to his mysterious backstory. Another hint suggests Angel Dust might face someone from his past, a figure connected to his old life of exploitation, now resurfacing to test how far he's really come. These aren't just cameos. They're emotional landmines waiting to go off. Each new character has the power to peel back layers of our main cast, forcing them to grow, break, or reveal sides of themselves we've never seen. What's also fascinating is how Season 2 seems to emphasize variety in character design. Unlike the somewhat tight focus of Season 1, the sneak peeks showcase larger, grander environments filled with diverse demons, each one sharp, expressive, and distinct. This suggests the world of Hazbin Hotel is widening. We're no longer confined to the hotel's walls or the familiar streets of Hell. We're stepping into new arenas, new territories, and new societies within the underworld. And with those new settings come new faces, rulers, rivals, and maybe even unexpected allies. Fans online are already dissecting every second of preview footage. Some claim they spotted a sly-looking fox demon who could be a rival trickster to Alasta. Others swear they saw hints of a powerful female overlord whose elegance hides a ruthless streak. And then there are the rumors of a childlike demon, not innocent but embodying something eerie and unsettling, perhaps tied to the darker themes of corruption and manipulation. If even half of these theories prove true, Season 2 will be filled with new dynamics, shifting loyalties, and explosive confrontations. What makes all of this even more thrilling is the uncertainty. Every new character could be a savior or a saboteur. Will they strengthen Charlie's cause, offering her new allies in a hopeless battle? Or will they exploit her dream, turning it into a weakness? That's the brilliance of Hazbin Hotel. No character ever feels one-dimensional. Everyone has layers, secrets, and motives that only unfold when you least expect them. So, as we prepare for Season 2, the spotlight isn't just on the characters we already love. It's on the ones waiting in the wings, ready to step out and claim their place in the chaos of hell. New faces mean new conflicts, new betrayals, and new surprises. And from what we've seen in these sneak peeks, the surprises might be bigger than anyone is ready for. Asterisk. Every great story hides its biggest surprises in plain sight, and Hazbin Hotel is no different. Season 2 hasn't even fully arrived, but the sneak peeks and teaser images are already stuffed with subtle hints that fans are piecing together like detectives on a case. These aren't just random visuals, they're deliberate choices by the creators, each one planting seeds for what could become the most explosive twists in the show's history. When you look closely at these clues, you realize Season 2 might not just be about continuing Charlie's dream. It could be about exposing the true foundations of hell itself and deciding whether they can ever be changed. One of the most jaw-dropping clues comes from a teaser poster that seems harmless at first glance, Charlie standing in the foreground, with her hopeful expression, the hotel glowing faintly in the background. But behind her, in the shadows, sharp shapes loom. Fans who zoomed in noticed faint outlines resembling thrones, crowns, and jagged weapons. Could this be hinting at an upcoming Council of Overlords? The possibility has set the fandom on fire. Imagine Season 2 showcasing not just one or two overlords, but a whole gathering of Hell's most powerful rulers, all with their own opinions on Charlie's redemption project. This wouldn't just be a threat, it would be a declaration of war between old traditions and new ideals. Another major clue appears in a piece of concept art featuring Alasta. While Season 1 painted him as a charming but unsettling ally, the new artwork shows cracks in his polite smile, literally. His teeth are sharper, his grin more unhinged, and his shadow stretches longer than his body. Theories suggest this is a visual metaphor for his true intentions breaking through. Could Season 2 finally reveal what Alastair really wants from Charlie's dream? Some fans think he's using the hotel as a stage for his own twisted form of entertainment, waiting for it to collapse so he can bask in the chaos. Others argue he might have a deeper, more personal reason tied to his mysterious past. Either way, the sneak peeks suggest Alastair won't stay in the background much longer. His role could become one of the most shocking arcs of the season. Then, there's the clue hidden in a piece of leaked storyboard art. Angel Dust looking at a broken mirror, his reflection shattered into multiple pieces. At first it seems like a symbolic shot of his inner conflict. But if you line this up with the teasers hinting at someone from his past returning, it paints a darker picture. Could Season 2 dive deep into Angel's history, revealing someone who once controlled him and now wants to drag him back into that life? The broken mirror might represent not just his identity being fractured, but his future being pulled apart. This could be one of the season's emotional gut punches, testing whether Angel can truly break free from his past, or if he'll fall back into the cycle of exploitation he's been trying to escape. And we can't ignore the biggest theory of, Heaven's role. In one quick teaser shot, a faint golden light pierces the red and black palette of Hell. It's brief, almost unnoticeable, but unmistakably different from anything else we've seen. Some fans believe this is a direct hint that Heaven is finally stepping into the story. And if that's true, the consequences are massive. Charlie's idea of redemption has always been about proving to Hell that sinners can change. But what happens if Heaven itself shows up and rejects that idea outright? That would shift the conflict from just demons fighting demons to an ideological war between Heaven and Hell, with Charlie caught in the middle. The sneak peek suggests this isn't just possible, it's inevitable. The shocking part is how all these clues tie together. A council of overlords, Alastair's secret plans, Angel Dust's haunted past, and Heaven's interference, they all connect to the central theme of power versus hope. Season 2 seems ready to challenge every character's beliefs, pushing them to their limits. Will Charlie's dream survive under pressure from all sides, or will it crumble into the very chaos she's trying to prevent? What makes these clues so effective is how they keep fans guessing. Nothing is spelled out. Instead, we're left to connect the dots, to notice the sharp grin in Alasta's art, the broken mirror in Angel's teaser, the faint glow in the distance. Each detail feels like a whisper, daring us to look closer. And when you put those whispers together, the story they form is chilling. Season 2 isn't just about saving sinners, it might be about revealing who truly controls the fate of hell, and whether anyone can stand against them. So when you watch the sneak peeks again, don't just look at the characters front and center. Pay attention to the shadows, the backgrounds, the fleeting colors that don't belong. That's where the real story is hiding. And if these theories are right, then Hazbin Hotel Season 2 is about to deliver a shocking ride that will make everything in Season 1 feel like the calm before the storm, every sneak peek. Every theory and every shadowed clue points toward one simple truth. Hazbin Hotel Season 2 isn't just going to continue the story, it's going to transform it. And the most shocking part? We've probably only seen the tip of the iceberg. The creators have always been masters of hiding the biggest surprises where nobody expects to find them. If the trailers and teasers already hint at new overlords, Heaven's intervention, and Alasta's true motives, then imagine what's still locked away, waiting to explode when Season 2 finally arrives, one of the most thrilling parts of Hazbin Hotel has always been its unpredictability. Just when fans think they know where the story is heading, a twist comes along that shakes the entire foundation. And that's exactly what these new clues are building toward. The broken mirrors, the golden lights, the faint crowns in the background, all of it feels like a countdown to a moment that will shock both characters and fans alike. The stage is set for betrayals, for alliances we never expected, and for emotional confrontations that will leave us speechless. If Season 1 was the introduction, Season 2 feels like the real battle for the soul of hell. But here's where it gets even more exciting. The emotional stakes are higher than ever. For Charlie, the dream of redemption has always been fragile. In Season 2, it's going to be tested like never before. Can her vision survive the weight of tradition, the schemes of overlords, and the looming shadow of heaven's judgment? Or Alasta, the playful facade, may finally crack, revealing the predator hiding underneath. Will he emerge as an enemy, or will we discover a part of him that even he can't control? And for Angel Dust, redemption won't just be about proving himself to Charlie. It will be about facing the ghosts of his past, ghosts that may not be so willing to let him go. The sneak peeks make one thing clear. Every character we love is standing at the edge of a turning point. Some will rise, some will fall, and some may not survive the season at all. That uncertainty is what makes Season 2 so electrifying. Because in a world as ruthless as Hazbin Hotel's hell, nothing is guaranteed. Not even hope. So as fans, the only thing we can do now is prepare, rewatch the trailers, analyze the backgrounds, question every smile and every shadow. The creators are daring us to look deeper, to find the hidden meanings before they explode on screen. But no matter how hard we try, there's no way we can predict everything. Because Hazbin Hotel thrives on shocking us when we least expect it. And the biggest surprise of Season 2? It's probably the one nobody has even guessed yet. That's why this season matters so much. It isn't just about continuing a story, it's about challenging every belief we had about redemption, power, and the rules of hell. It's about proving whether Charlie's dream is truly impossible, or whether it's the one thing strong enough to change an entire world. And it's about pulling us, the audience, into that dream, daring us to hope alongside her, even when the odds are stacked against her. And now, it's your turn. What do you think these sneak peeks really mean? Do you believe Alasta is secretly planning to sabotage the hotel? Do you think heaven will finally step in, or is it all just a clever misdirection? And who do you believe these mysterious new characters are? Friends, foes, or something in between? Share your theories in the comments, because the conversations between fans are part of what makes this community so powerful. And if you don't want to miss the moment when those theories start turning into reality, make sure you subscribe. Because as soon as new teasers drop or more leaks surface, we'll be right here breaking them down, piece by piece, and uncovering the hidden truths together. Hazbin Hotel Season 2 is coming, and when it does, it's going to be bigger, darker, and more shocking than anything we've seen before. So get ready. The hotel doors are about to open again. And once they do, nothing in hell will ever be the same.